Hi, my wise astrology tribe, Cosmic Insight Astrology. I am your co-pilot, Krisztina. Welcome back to my channel. Today I'm going to analyze the 2023 September astrology forecast. Right now I'm going to talk a little bit about the mundane transit in general first. So we're going to have a new moon, and the new moon going to happen 14th of September, and it's going to happen in Virgo. And then the full moon going to happen 29th of September in 6 degrees in Aries. The full moon going to actually be in opposition with Pallas Athene and going to square with Vesta, and the new moon going to trine Uranus. All right, we also have our two inner planets, Mercury and Venus, going to station direct this month. Venus going to station direct on the 3rd, and Mercury going to station direct on the 15th in Virgo in 8 degrees. The other thing was going to happen, Jupiter going to station retrograde on the 4th of September, and it's going to conjunct Moon. So the moon going to be actually in Taurus that day, and then it's going to trine Mercury retrograde. All right, also some asteroid also going to change sign. Pallas Athene going to change sign and gonna go to Libra on the 13th. Pallas Athene is the warrior queen, but she was really wise. So she is choosing her fights. And the 13th, Vesta also going to ingress Cancer. Vesta is your eternal flame. In Cancer, actually, it's going to give us and help us with nurturing. Like we will nurture our inner child, and the way we are. You know, it's very important also in financial astrology, because Vesta is the one what keeps us going and want to make us to invest, for example. And the 15th, Ceres going to move to Scorpio, and the Sun also going to change sign and gonna go to Libra on the 23rd. Come on, Cosmo. So here is Cosmo, my little Dutch hound, and he's gonna be part of your prediction right now. So let's see what's going to happen. Mercury and Jupiter on the 4th going to actually trine. Mercury is the ability, the way you are actually processing information. Mercury associated with thinking, communication, the way you express yourself, and it's associated with sales as well. It rules two signs. It rules Gemini in the 3rd house, and it also rules Virgo. At this moment, it is in retrograde on the 4th, and it is trining with Jupiter, the planet of blessing in Taurus. So actually, it will indicate some kind of positive change with traveling, short distance traveling. It will indicate, for example, the oat or anything with grain on stock market can go up. It is also indicating some kind of change with internet and the way we are using internet and the way we are communicating. It's a blessing. You are capable to for example, express yourself on a really not positive way, because Jupiter is the planet of positivity over here. So what else is happening? So let's see let's go to the new moon this month, and it's going to happen in Virgo, 21 degrees. That's the 2nd decan. So the 2nd decan, it's a Capricornian decan, and it's going to actually influenced by Saturn. Saturn is endurance. Saturn is actually have to do something with your hard work ethic. But Saturn also represents fears and delays and decays and censorship. And because of we have Mercury retrograding actually in Virgo, and by sign, by energy, it is opposing, not by degree, but by energy, it's opposing Saturn, which is in retrograde in Pisces, and also to Neptune. it could indicate some kind of issue with social media, with media itself. The news itself could be either censored or it could be lies. And we are going to figure out actually what they were lying about to us in general, to the public. All right, what else could happen over here? So because of this new moon in Virgo, it's, you know, the moon is representing your feelings, your subconscious. It's representing the females in general, women and feminism. It also associated with the public. But it also rules dogs and apples, you know, like silver, for example, pearl. So when it's actually opposing to the energy of Saturn, then it could, and Saturn is in Pisces, it could indicate some kind of issue over here. And that's what we're gonna hear in the news most likely, to have some kind of issue with animals, big ocean animals. For example, they can get beached, and you know, like it could indicate a massive death of the mammals, the ocean mammals there. And what else it could indicate? It could indicate censorship. It's obvious because Mercury is opposing to Saturn here and Neptune. So the other thing what could happen, we're going to have actually a full moon, which is going, no, actually this new moon is going to trine Uranus. Uranus, anything to do with chaos, rebellions, and it's also something because it rules the 11th house, your goals and your hopes and wishes, humanitarian and philanthropic project as well. Uranus rules the tornadoes, rules anything with wind, windmill, energy. So when this is going to trine, it is a really, really favorable, granted, positive aspect over here. And because Uranus is in Taurus, in this case, it could be something like we're going to have a news about and like how can we stop tornadoes, or how can we use windmills in our daily lives, or you know, like it's going to be more popular. How can you use self-sufficient energy? For example, Uranus in Taurus could represent natural gas, right, over there. But how? Because of the animals. So using technology and using the animal poops, for example, and create natural gas. And it's going to be all over in the news. And it is also some kind of positive change because of the new moon is in Virgo. Virgo is the earth. It's representing Mother Earth as well, just like Taurus is an earth sign. So some positive news about recycling, for example, or actually the way we treat animals and the way we treat the earth itself, it's going to be some positive news over there for us. Okay, so moving forward, and we're going to talk about right now Venus station direct on the 3rd. Venus is going to station direct at 12 degrees. Okay, and it's going to conjunct Juno when it's stationed direct. Venus is stationing direct in Leo. Leo, by archetype, it rules investment, it rules prize winning, it rules sports clubs, it rules the children, joy and pleasure-based businesses, and your kids, and your creative projects. So, what's gonna happen? If you have been actually in stagnation, or you couldn't move forward with your art project, or you didn't find, for example, a manager or someone who can represent you in your art, this is the time right now when you will be capable, actually go for it, and you know, most likely some of us going to find someone who is helpful, and we can actually, it could help with your creative project. It's also really good to win, and you know, Venus is not only love and attraction, Venus also is currency. So in Leo, it rules the 5th house, right? So 5th house is investment. Venus, it could be like you are preserving your money in art or in very, very expensive jewelries. And that's the way, not in 401k, obvious, but something what is tangible over there. And you can, because Venus rules Taurus, which is tangible energy, so something with tangible energy. For example, gold, because Venus in Leo could be something investing in gold, real gold. So it could be a positive energy for that. All right, and Jupiter. So if you want to actually help your Venus and help your creative project, you can drink, for example, blue lotus tea, lavender tea, rose petal tea, anything like that, especially if your Venus is debilitated in your chart and it's weak, then you are capable to make it stronger. For example, every Friday you buy flowers for yourself, like you going to use a lot of green underwear, green clothes, whatever, but that's how you're going to be capable to make your Venus stronger. Okay, so that's how you can help. Okay, the next one is Jupiter. Jupiter is in Taurus, which is luxury and comfort. Jupiter is the planet of blessing, the planet of Santa Claus. This is like in the Taurus rules the second house, ruled by Venus, and Venus also going direct the day before. So station direct the day before. So it is really, really positive over here, even if they are squaring by energy. But don't forget, square is not necessarily bad, because it's pushing you forward to make a decision. It's pushing you forward to make actions. And so I like squares in the charts usually. So here what you can do, it's pushing you forward to prepare for the next month, which is going to be the eclipse season. And, you know, in October 14th, we're going to have a solar eclipse in Libra, and on the 28th, we're going to have the last Taurus eclipse. Right? And it's going to happen in 5 degrees. So we are ending that 18-year cycle with Taurus Scorpio axis. But Jupiter here, it's already gonna go in retrograde. So it's going to be influenced by this eclipse, most likely. And over here, it's bringing back opportunities for us, opportunities with Taurian energy. So Jupiter also very good with investment. In daytime, it's rules Sagittarius, nighttime, it's rules Pisces. And, you know, like in Sagittarius, it's more positive, obviously, and in Pisces, it's more spiritual. Jupiterian stone is lapis lazuli, and if you want to make your Jupiter stronger because you are ruled by Jupiter, perhaps you have a Sag rising or Pisces rising or Sag sun or a Sagittarius sun or Pisces sun, you are ruled by that, and then it's representing it can get weakened, so you want to make it more positive and more strong. So you can have milk thistle, dandelion, you can bear lapis lazuli, and you're going to actually balance that kind of energy that is weakened, Jupiter. But on the other hand, Jupiter is bringing back opportunities with salaries. So for example, a lot of people could go back to work and get rehired. Whoever lost their job during COVID, it could be like the next 4 months, while Jupiter gonna go back retrograde, people going to get back their job, or they're going to get rehired, because second house is your salary. So it could be influence that one. Okay, and then we wanted to talk about Mercury retrograde. Mercury going to go direct in Virgo. So it's exalted in Virgo. When it's gonna go direct, it's going to indicate some kind of positive news in healthcare, because 6th house rules healthcare, and 6th house also rules our daily routine. So it's going to be more settled in general. And also it rules works. Just what I said about Jupiter at this moment, like 2 seconds ago, Mercury going direct in Virgo, it's also representing a lot of people going to get back their job. And we might going to hear a good news about, in general around the world, about healthcare, about, you know, like insurances and healthcare in general, because 6th house is your health or health and healthcare. All right, so I'm going to move forward right now, and I'm going to actually talk about each individual signs. All right, Virgos, if you have a Virgo rising, sun or moon, this is your September forecast. Actually, all the eyes on you, because Mercury went retrograde on the 23rd of August in your sign, and it's gonna go direct in your first house on the 15th. Also, you're going to have a new moon on the 14th as well. So obviously, your career, your ego and your body going to be affected by those energies, but actually that is going to be positive for you. The month's gonna start with Venus station direct in your 12th house on the 3rd, and actually it's going to conjunct Juno. So it has to do something with a lover. It has to be something to do something with a child. So you might going to actually plan some kind of secret vacation, going faraway countries or going to an island with even a romantic partner, or surprise your children. So that has anything to do with art, and Venus is art itself. So you might going to start to write a script, a movie script, or start to work on some kind of jewelries, or start a business working behind the scene. 12th house actually is custom design or makeup design as well. So you might going to be capable to start a business like a custom designer or makeup designer here. All right, so the 4th, Jupiter going to go retrograde in the 9th house. Jupiter is ruling the 9th house, but it's losing a little bit of power. So it could indicate something. For example, you will have an issue coming back with immigration. So you might going to have to prove something more for the immigration officers. It could also mean like you moved away from your faith because somehow you didn't want to pray or you didn't believe in anymore, and right now you're going to return. You're gonna go to churches, temples, wherever you belong from, but you're going to return to it. It could also mean like you're returning to university, higher education, college. You haven't done your master's, but right now this is the time when you are capable to found it and return it. So this Mercury retrograde in your first house going to trine with Jupiter and Uranian energy, later on the Sun, middle of the month, and also the new moon, middle of the month, going to trine with this energy. This is something to do, it's positive actually. It has to do something with investing in aviation, investing in a private jet, a helicopter perhaps you are capable to buy, or it could do something like you are going to create a travel agency, you're going to create a publishing company and invest on those. So it could be like investing in foreign currency or digital currency as well. So that is very, very positive here. If you have some kind of issue with immigration and you have to prove more paperwork, it's also going to turn out positive for you. So you get your passport, you get your visa, you get your citizenship, green card over here. You can start a new language, study a new language, or you can move abroad and teach another language for people. All right, so this Mercury retrograde, when it's gonna go direct, and the retrograde is actually by energy, it is opposing Saturn and Neptune, so careful who do you listen. It could be a business partner, it could be your romantic partner, your significant other who is very confusing. Maybe your partner is actually using drugs or drinking a lot, and that's why, you know, like you don't want to talk to that person right now at this moment. You cease the conversation because it's very uncomfortable. Or you are urging your partner to go and get some kind of help, get some kind of authority. Actually, maybe even not retreat, but an addiction center, go to an addiction center and help the person with that. All right. And then Mars is in your second house. Mars is in your second house, helping you to actually go after your money, to asking the people who actually owe you, asking the money back from them. And this Mars actually going to sextile here with Venus by energy. So it's representing like energy-wise, it's going to be something positive turning out. Somebody might have owed you for a long time, and right now they're capable to give it back to you. The Sun going to join Mars over here on the 23rd, so it is good for asking for a raise. It's good for actually invest in something what is librarian. So it could be something to you know, like maybe you are someone who is having a center where you are giving infusion to people for hormonal imbalances. So it could be, or B12 vitamins, or you have a skincare product, and you know it's going to actually increase with sales. So it could be very, very good for that. You can also invest in metals, something to do with jewelries and metals, gold. Gold could be in copper, which is really, really positive for you this month. All right, and then we're going to have Mercury goes direct on the 15th, as I said, so you're going to be more communicative, you're not going to be confused, you're gonna be on track finally, because it really affected you, the retrograde, because you were out of track and you couldn't concentrate. And the moon going to happen in your 8th house. 8th house is your shared resources, that's your inheritance, that's the money paid out for prenup or insurance or bank loans. So this is like ending a contract over here. Most likely going to get the loan, or you know, finally your divorce is over and you're going to get that alimony paid finally, or it could be some kind of change with a parent figure. So you might going to lose someone, because 8th house is death as well. If you're working in sex industry, anything to do with funeral homes or anything to do with sex, then you can leave that kind of job behind, because you don't want to be associated with that anymore. If you have an issue with identity thefts, or something to do with maybe your bank account was seized or somebody stole something, this is the time right now when you are capable to find the person. You are capable to find a person. So it could turn out very, very positive. All right, Virgos, that's it for September. I'm going to see you in October. Check out my website, which is going to be in the description section there. And actually you can learn about me. And if you would like to have a reading with me, then just schedule a reading on my website. Thank you so much for listening. I'm going to see you in October. Bye for now.